Okay, Schlockmeister fans, this is a little unusual video for me. I'm on a bed with a bear. Now, usually I watch a lot of shit movies, crappy movies. This is what I'm watching this weekend. From Beyond, Norman, Is That You, Tilt, Jimmy the Kid, and of course, Bog. So, however, there is another part of me that is a movie snob part of me, and that is that my wife and I every year try to watch every Oscar-nominated film before they even actually are named as Oscar nominations of what we expect to be the big six: the Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor and Best Actress, as well as Best Supporting Actress and Supporting Actor. This year, before the nominations came out, after the nominations came out, I should say, we found that we'd watched all but two of them. We missed Pain and Glory, which has a Best Actor nomination for Antonio Banderas, and we also missed Harriet, which had a Best Actress nomination for a woman by the name of Cynthia Erivo. So anyway, I'm going to give you my predictions. So anyway, we have 9 pictures up for Best Picture. I'm looking to my right here on the computer. They are Ford vs. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Parasite is an unbelievably cool movie, Korean film. It'll win Best Foreign Picture, I'm sure. However, my pick, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a fantastic film. I'm rooting for it. I also think it will win, and I think it should win. How about Best Director now? We have Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, Todd Phillips for Joker, Sam Mendes for 1917, Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. Now, as much as I will be rooting for Quentin Tarantino, I think this is going to go to Sam Mendes for 1917, which was really interesting the way they directed that. With it kind of like, it's like a 2-hour film, but it makes it like in real time, which is pretty impressive. So anyway, I think that's enough that it's going to win. So anyway, go on to Best Actor. We have Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory, Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Adam Driver in Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix in Joker, Jonathan Pryce, The Two Popes. I will again be rooting for Leonardo DiCaprio because I love that movie. However, I think Joaquin Phoenix, even though I didn't think the film was as great as it could have been, his performance was just absolutely mesmerizing. I think he's going to win it. So that's what my guess is. Best Actress, Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, Scarlett Johansson, Marriage Story, Saoirse Ronan for Little Women, Charlize Theron, Bombshell, Renee Zellweger as Judy. None of these performances stand out as better than any of the other ones. Perhaps I would be leaning towards Scarlett Johansson if I had to pick one of my favorites. However, I think this one's going to go to Renee Zellweger for her portrayal as Judy Garland. On to Best Supporting Actor. We have Tom Hanks, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Anthony Hopkins, The Two Popes, Al Pacino, The Irishman, Joe Pesci, The Irishman, Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think if there's any slam dunk, it's Brad Pitt. I want him to win, and I think he's going to win. I think this is a given. His performance as Cliff Booth, off the charts great. Good job, Brad. Lastly, Best Supporting Actors. We have Kathy Bates and Richard Jewell, Laura Dern in The Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson, Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh in Little Women, and Margot Robbie in Bombshell. This one, if I had to pick one, I think Kathy Bates' performance in Richard Jewell was absolutely fantastic. It's mesmerizing also. She was just so good in that. However, I don't think she's going to win it. I think this one's going to go to Laura Dern in Marriage Story, which was also very, very good. But anyway, those are my 6 picks for the big 6, and I got to tell you, the Oscars can be pretty boring sometimes. However, if you've seen all the movies, all the big movies that are nominated for the big awards, it's actually a pretty entertaining show. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious what you think and what your picks are. Leave some comments down below and let me know. It's my Oscar predictions, 92nd Oscars, tomorrow night. Watch it. Bye.